Yo, what's good? What's good? Mad Pill, hit that like button, subscribe button, and notifications, y'all. Hit it. We're gonna jump right into this like we do all the time. As y'all know, y'all want to hear it here first. T.I and Tiny. Oh, T.I and Tiny and King is facing allegations now. Like I said, who is next? Who's next? Is R Kelly, the Diddy, now the T.I and Tyler, the Tiny, the Tyler Perry. Who is next? And now is coming to surface. Is possible Rico charges could be filed against T.I Tiny and the King and the T.I whole family. Possible. The whole family could be a Rico. I'm telling y'all, this is a real thing. I'm gonna play the video in a second for y'all who don't know these. Look, these allegations for the past couple years has been on the surface about T.I. Multiple people have came forward and said that T.I and Tiny have been slipping drugs in they drank, something like that, and having sex with them while they was asleep. So this is not new. This ain't nothing new with the T.I and Tiny. So what's good, Jericho? Making that bread at work, making that bread. Who else at work making that bread? Who making that bread? As you come in, make that. Excuse me, I need some water. As you come in, press that like button, subscribe button, the notifications, y'all. Y'all at work. I know I came in a little bit early. Six Midwestern time. Where you from? Oh yeah, I told y'all somebody else was going down. And yes, possible Rico charges. See, the whole T.I family, the Harris family, as I might say, the whole Harris family could be facing Rico charges. All them could be in jail. Y'all, when it's all said and done. So just was a few days ago, these charges came up. I mean, not the charges came up, the allegations came up. And if y'all don't know, I'm about to play a little snippet of a video just to show y'all.
Long back. In fact, T.I had been facing several allegations behind the scenes that he did his best to handle quietly before Diddy was even exposed. Serious allegations of SA and trafficking. Back in March of 2021, a lawyer by the name of Tyrone Blackburn was representing 11 people who were suing T.I and his wife Tiny for SA and many other disturbing allegations. And Tiny as sick monsters who were in Japan over a period of 15 years, starting all the way back in 2005, lasting into 2018. On behalf of his clients, the lawyer was accusing T.I of forcing these women to test and then SAing them after they were sedated, claiming these crimes happened in Florida, Georgia, and in LA. Eventually, the police would even open a criminal investigation into the allegations, but due to the statute of limitations, the criminal investigation was dropped. Similarly to community service.
And I questioned that. How is that possible, Tip? Tip, how is that possible that you can be a felon and get community service in 1 year? What the hell? and you supposed to get life in prison. There's something ain't right.
In total, 30 people came forward to expose T.I and Tiny, with 17 of those suing them for their crimes against them. All of these allegations accused T.I of threatening her with a weapon by pointing a gun to her head. She also then revealed private DMs sharing more than 30 detailed accounts of women who claimed T.I and Tiny were giving them substances and then having their way with them. One of the women suing T.I for a 2005 altercation remained anonymous but provided the story on what happened to her. She claims that she was approached by Tiny and offered a slip of a drink. The victim claims she only took 2 sips from Tiny's drink, and was then invited back to their home when she got to the club and started having a good time. She claims that she was approached by Tiny and offered a sip of a drink. The victim claims she only took 2 sips from Tiny's drink and was then invited back to their hotel room along with a few other girls. Eventually, she was the only one left and was essayed by T.I and Tiny. The woman claimed that T.I essayed her using his foot. Eventually, the allegations Peterson made against T.I and Tiny backfired on her, as T.I and Tiny countersued her for defamation. And like I said earlier, the criminal investigation was dropped due to the statute of limitations. T.I and Tiny denied the allegations and eventually moved on as if nothing ever happened. That was until Tiny decided to celebrate Diddy being found not guilty of his S trafficking allegations. Tiny posted a comment and found not guilty for his S trafficking allegations. She commented, "People want to charge you so bad for being freaky, nasty work," implying that Diddy is being wrongfully accused and the only crime he did was being quote unquote freaky. Even though many crimes were
See, they all got each other back. See, Kel's got Diddy back. Diddy has Kel back. Tiny got Diddy back. See, they already know that when they get extra freaky, freaky dicky, see, these celebrities is getting charged wrongfully for just being freaky. Just being freaky. That's all they being. It's just freaky. Too freaky. And now that you can just say, doing some dominatrix shit. And, like what Cassie was doing in this Diddy case. And you can accuse somebody of sexual assault being coerced just because they being extra freaky. You can't be just too freaky. When you extra freaky, when you add the plus freakiness, then you can be charged on a Rico.
clearly uncovered that Diddy participated in, Tiny defended his actions, claiming there was nothing Diddy did. Now you tell me, with being sex magic rich, all types of demonic crimes. There's nothing wrong with him forcefully cheating for Tupac's hit and getting rid of Kim Porter. It's interesting that Tiny is who's saying this. The same woman who was accused of very similar allegations with her husband. She's defending Diddy because, in my opinion, she is just as guilty. She allegedly said Diddy did himself to his victims.
Well, I'm not saying, see, this guy who's a narrator, I'm just using this video just to explain the case a little bit. He's claiming he believed that they guilty. I'm not saying that they guilty or not. This is allegations to me. Do I think that they guilty? I don't think so. I think the opposite. Because those allegations from 2 years ago, I think 3 years ago, were really sketchy, real sketchy. But y'all know how it began. It begins off as as allegations in the beginning, like R Kelly and Diddy, before it blows up into a Rico, and before the feds get involved.
All the other celebrities who were at his sex magic ritual parties. Obviously, Tiny didn't do anything. Tony's gonna defend Diddy. This shows you how these people think in the industry. All of them, just some freaky activities, nothing out of the ordinary. Not even Diddy forcing these women into multiple day-long freak-offs, where he was making women collect escort-produced man fluid so he can lather his chest with. There's nothing wrong with having men use the bathroom on his girlfriend while he watches and directs it like a Hollywood movie. This is what Tiny is defending as just freaky behavior. This is demented, disturbing, and demonic behavior. But in
Well, just freaky, that's what they do. They pee on each other. They shit on each other. They eat each other's shit. They do all type of freaky, deaky ritual stuff. And does that make it a crime? No, because it's consent. If you consent to having to be shitted on and to be peed on, then you that's consent in the beginning. Now, what they saying, what's wrong, is the extent of this freaky deakiness.
Hollywood, it's just another Tuesday. This lets you know how these demons operate, what they are really up to, and why Hollywood internet, as many people instantly started calling her out for it. Not only did many people call her out for her disgusting comments, but Peterson saw this and went off on Tiny once again, making a whole new set of allegations against her, her husband, and even her son. She responded to Tiny by saying this: "Lying on me was the beginning of your end. Don't worry, you're next. It's the trafficking, coercion, prostitution, and you can't give consent while forcing your victims to take drugs. I have protected your children. I have protected my attorneys. I have protected victims. But truth is on my birthday. It's about me. 7/19. The feds already also posted on her story saying this: all S trafficking receipts will be posted here. If you keep playing, it will be today. Stop using girls with dreams as pawns." She also wrote in another post: "The girl's family contacted my attorney because their child is in a web of drugs and prostitution led by the Harris family." Also posting this: "You're king. This is your activist. This is your icon." And this is some conversation between T.I and Tiny's son King, where he allegedly participated in trafficking with his parents. Peterson is now accusing T.I, Tiny, and King of S trafficking a woman, accused T.I and Tiny of SA and other crimes against them. Peterson, who at one point was friends with Tiny and T.I, also claims they did these crimes.
So they trying to say it's a sick ring. They trying to say T.I, Tiny, and his son was all running a train on this one chick. All of them. This is a sick family ring. I allegedly. I'm just saying allegedly.
Peterson was around them, and I believe her. Even though I do sense some resentment from Peterson when it comes to Tiny, but if 30 people are saying the same exact thing, there has to be some truth to it. Seeing this comment Tiny made under that post lets you know all you need to know. Tiny sees nothing wrong with what Diddy did because, like these allegations suggested, she allegedly did them too. Now, the fact that their son King is being brought into this is also crazy. King is being groomed into this lifestyle. He was shown this demonic behavior. Just speaking about this with Kanye and his daughter North, and Diddy and his son Justin. Kanye literally has North on sons are being accused of orchestrating a gang R word on a woman.
Have y'all heard that new song with Diddy and Kanye, Diddy's son and Kanye? Like Diddy Sheree,
who thought she was gonna work for Revolt. Those industry kids are being groomed. They're unfortunately growing up to be just as bad as their parents because this is what they were taught, what they saw growing up. We are seeing even more proof of this with King. It's rather obvious T.I and Tiny are doing the evil they are being accused of, and now so is their son. Unfortunately, even though T.I and Tiny were exposed and called out, they still got away with it. Just like Diddy is getting away with his crimes. This justice system isn't about justice. It's about connections, oath, and large amounts of money. T.I, Diddy, Kanye, and many others are all guilty. Yet their money and Masonic connections get them out of everything. We have to stop looking at the courts to hand out justice. We have to take it upon our own hands. Instead of waiting around for the same evil people to hold other evil people accountable, we need to hold them accountable. Stop supporting them and what they do. Stop giving them money. And the only time you give them
Mhm. So all sums it up in a nutshell. Uh, T.I, Tiny, and King are indicated in some sex trafficking allegations. And it is some serious allegations that the feds is considerably looking at to convict Ti. And let me tell y'all something. What they gonna do first, right? What they gonna do? Allegations come forth and lawsuits come, like Cassie and Diddy. Cassie sued Diddy for $30 million. Then it was like 5 more lawsuits of people coming forward suing Diddy for $30 million, $100 million, and all that good stuff. Then the feds raided the houses. So that's the next phase. Y'all gonna start. Y'all gonna see T.I and Tiny's house get raided next. That's the next deal, right? Then you know what? Let me tell you this. Let me tell y'all something. This. See, Diddy had paved the way for sexual allegations. Diddy had paved the way, and Diddy's lawyer, the one who freed Young Thug, as well. I forgot his name. Is the new savior. Diddy have paved the way for future sexual allegations. See, now T.I have a good chance because now the feds are really kind of hesitant to really bring forth certain sexual charges now, right? Diddy paved the way, and this is a revolution when it comes to this is revolutionary when it comes to Rico charges on sexual allegations when it comes to rappers. So now any future rapper or any future entertainer, see now Tyler Perry and TD Jason them got to be rejoicing at this point because Diddy beat the feds when it comes to the sexual allegations on a Rico. So Diddy beat the feds, and now this really, this case probably not gonna develop as high. It's probably gonna reach silver, you know, the silver suits. But Diddy probably have paved the way for the feds to be hesitant to bring forth certain RICO charges. Thanks to Diddy, that T.I. can possibly be the RICO Fed charge too, because we talking about just freaky dicky stuff, right? They trying to get T.I, Tiny, but this thing about it, the drugging too, right? And that's another thing what the feds is going to be looking at, the drugging. They're going to be looking at the drug the the allegations that, and and that's grape. I gotta say grape. That's grape right there. That's grape right there. So Diddy in a sex trafficking, right? It was true. But we talking about T.I and Tiny. They talking about grape right there. So, and guess what? If they try to get T.I Tiny on a Rico grape charge, right? Then that's way more serious. We talking about a serial rapist. Y'all heard that? They can try to get T.I and Tiny on some serial grape charges, which is way more serious. Because if you drug somebody, if you put anything in somebody's drink and have sex with them, you can possibly do life in prison. I know in some cases, what's good, Lisa? I know in some cases, and I read up on many of cases, even in the state of Georgia, that some college kids have spiked a woman's, the girl's drink on campus, and is did 20 to 30 years for it. And we're talking about on multiple occasions, right? Now, this is what the feds would focus on, right? Did T.I and Tiny, was they drugging and spiking people's drinks and having sex with them while they was unconscious? That right there is the most serious allegations, right? So it's a little different from the Diddy case. It's a little bit different because you got grape. You got T.I, Tiny, and King graping people. So when it comes to grape, that's a much more serious charge right there. They don't play around with that grape, right? They'll play around with them grape. Serial grapists. See, T.I and Tiny is put in a category as a serial rapist, right? And Kane. But let me tell y'all something. Kane is going to get off. Or they're gonna try to make him snitch. They gonna make King testify against T.I and Tiny. Especially when you facing over 100 years. Because let me tell you something. Grape. Let me tell y'all something. Grape carries a way more extensive charge. We talking about grape, y'all. That's way more extensive than the R Kelly. We talking about that's way more than Diddy. We talking about they can be convicted as serial rapists. And this is the new approach that the prosecution is going to come at T.I, Tiny, and King with, right? Like I say, they ain't gonna come after King. They coming after T.I. No, you know, they coming after T.I. They want T.I. If Tiny could at least, but I heard they want to put both of them in jail. They don't want no. They want both of them is the top ringleaders, so they won't just be looking at one person. I heard they want King too because they can, like in a Rico charge, they could add three. So you got three in a Rico. Rico is multiple. I don't know how they convicted R. Kelly. I don't know how they was doing with Diddy or a Rico charge. But now you got three heads of a Rico grape charge. Of a reap, we talking about of a Rico grape. Let's dive into a Rico grape charge, right? Y'all know what I mean by grape, right? I just can't say the R word. That carries up to 200 years in prison. 200. They don't play about grape. They don't play. And the difference is, and the scary thing is, in the previous, in R. Kelly and the Diddy trial, grape, it was sex trafficking, right? We talking about pure grape right here. We talking about pure grape, which carries a a up to a death. They could get the death penalty. Grape, I'm telling y'all, grape is serious. You could get the death penalty when it comes to grape. So this is serious. This is probably can be the first Rico case that they can give somebody the death penalty for. Mm-hmm. Ooh-wee. This could be the first Rico charge that they can actually give somebody the death penalty for. What's up, Sierra? What's good? We want to take the time now to hit the like button, to subscribe, the notifications. Oh yeah, I got a little more information for y'all. Excuse me for a second. Excuse me. I gotta text my babe. What's good? Participate. Anybody want to join the live? I can hit the link. If you want to join the live, I can hit the link. You ain't got to show your face. You can keep yourself private. If you want to join the live, give your comment. I hit that link. Just let me know and I do it. But we talking about a grape case, y'all. So I'm just giving y'all an idea of what's to come with this case with T.I, Tiny, and King. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Bear with me. Hit the like button. Hey, y'all hit the look. I got some really good stuff coming. Y'all hit that like button, the subscribe button, the notifications for real. Excuse me. But the grape, let me tell y'all something about grape. Let me tell y'all something about grape. The death penalty. T.I could be the first rapper to face the death penalty. This is how serious these charges to come. Because, like I said, they don't play with grape. They don't play with grape. It carries a death penalty charge. It carries a death penalty charge. Yeah, Sierra, they've been saying that about them for years. This is the thing about that. When you poison somebody, when you drug somebody and have sex with them, that is grape to the highest you can get convicted. Like you beat somebody down and then grape them. It's the same thing. You drugging them and grape them as versus you beat somebody down and grape them in the alley. They consider that the same thing. So these charges is serious. These charges are serious. So did T.I and Tiny and possibly Kane is facing the death penalty. And I got more on this video. Y'all hit that like, I'm going to continue on it. T.I, Tiny, they can be possibly, and you know, if they get convicted, that's a whole nother thing. But at the same time, the grape is strong. The grape charges. Let me tell y'all something about these grape charges. They don't play about the rape charge, especially in Georgia, the state of Georgia. They got them same laws that was implemented back in the, I'm telling y'all, they don't play about grape. So they could give T.I the electric chair. I mean, goddamn. they could give T.I and Tiny the lethal injection. This just that damn serious. Ooh. It's just that serious. These niggas can get, excuse my language on this, lethal injection. This is a very dangerous Rico charge. If it comes to, if it comes to reality, if they decide to bring charges, I'm telling y'all, it will be the grape charges. The grape charges. Excuse me. So what does this say about every, because I had some comments about why is it just a black artist? Why ain't no white artist? Why ain't Eminem? You know, why nobody came forth on Eminem? Why nobody came? Right. Can we answer that? Why are the black artists? Somebody had to put that on out. Excuse me. Excuse me. Why are the black entertainers? Cause somebody in the comments tell me that. Why all of the black entertainers? If you want to explain that even further, you can join this live. I'll send a link. Matter of fact, hold on. I could send an invite to a link. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I knew I shouldn't have did that. Oh. Okay. I sent an invite to the link. Oops. Well, bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I was trying to share the link, but um, maybe, oh, whatever. It'll pop up, y'all. It'll pop up. But this is like I'm telling y'all, these new allegations that y'all see. I advise if y'all want to see more of this, uh, in the details of this, really the Rico charge for T.I Tiny and his son King is they trying to develop a Rico charge of a grape charge, y'all, and that's the most and a grape charge can carry a death penalty charge. So it's not gonna be like the average charge, like with underage women and sexual trafficking like Diddy and R Kelly. No, it's not. It's going to be grape. And a grape charge is like a serial grapist. Y'all know the serial grapists of the world. Y'all can look them up. Have served and got death penalties and served life consecutive sentences. They serve life consecutive sentences. And this is what they trying to do to T.I. They're trying to bury him. They trying to bury T.I. And they trying to get him. The feds, all the prosecution is all about the life sentence that they could potentially get. And they looking at the P. Diddy case and seeing where they went wrong. They just went with normal sex trafficking with grown adults, but the drugs, I'm telling y'all, the drugs in this case was going to make a huge difference in the outcome. Because what is the jurors gonna think? These people, they got drugged. It's claiming that they got drugged by T.I. And the thing about it, it been some allegations that I heard that his son, they was putting his son in it at an early age. This is what I heard though. This is allegedly, y'all. I'm just saying allegedly that they was, all doing with the son and the kids. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying this is what I heard. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it is accurate. I'm not saying it is legitimate. Yeah. Mhm. Excuse me, y'all. But what y'all think about this? What do y'all think in the comments? What y'all think? What do y'all think? Comment. What do y'all think about this whole thing? Because I gave y'all the rundown of what's gonna go, what's gonna happen, on how the Fed's gonna approach this case. How the Feds is gonna approach this case. This is how the Feds are gonna approach this case, was through the grape. Them taking advantage of the people who they was dealing with. And we talk about men and women coming to testify against Tiny and T.I. So y'all gotta, look, this case, if y'all want the blueprint on how the Feds attack cases, y'all gotta see, because they attack these cases. R. Kelly case different than P. Diddy case from different than R. Kelly. And they lost from that. Now they learning that. Now they can't attack T.I case the same way. They gotta they gotta attack it differently. They gotta attack it differently. So do the drugging and the evidence of the drugging. Did T.I and Tiny, right? This is the real deal evidence. The T.I and Tiny, do they get them on video surveillance at pharmacies, right? During the time that they drug. Do they got drug dealers can come forward and say, but even that's really not evidence. They have to have the evidence through, you know, certain people. And it's just all about credibility too. You gotta believe witnesses and things like that. What was found in the system, right? Of the so-called victims. If the evidence corroborate, the jury is gonna look at that. The jury is going to look at the drugs in the system. So, y'all, this is a similar. This is a different case. If you think that it's gonna be like Diddy and R. Kelly, no, it's not. The Feds is going to attack this case differently. You said Kathy Rose. You said she probably did. She probably did sleep with T.I. See, I'm telling you, Cassie, if you won't sleep with some random escort, what makes you think you won't sleep with T.I or anybody in the industry? I mean, come on now. She didn't slept with all of them, but it really wasn't no evidence to bring to court that she slept with everybody. I mean, come on now. You ain't had no threesome with some of the top celebrities in the industry. I mean, hell yeah, you didn't have a threesome with the foursome five one. I mean, with Cassie and that dang on. Woo! Those text messages. I mean, she She was getting it on. A lot of people were scared to say this, but Cassie was a freak too, man. She was a damn freak. I swear to God, she was a she was a monster, and her husband could barely stay in court because he couldn't hear all of it. He walked out of court one time because he didn't heard she was getting bust on and and, and got so many got bound whammed up by so many any kind of black ninjas. That I mean, she did. She you mean that she P Diddy. Let me tell y'all something. P Diddy said, "Let me get some of the biggest Negroes on the planet," and he was willing to pay for it. He was willing to go to Africa in the tribes to go down and get the biggest Negroes to screw Cassie. And Cassie was up for it. He gave her a list. He gave her he gave her a list. Hold on. He gave her a list. I'm gonna tell y'all the list that he gave her. He gave it was see, let me tell you something with P. Diddy. He the list of men of options that she can scroll on doing the app, right? She had an app of what type of man. I don't care what he looks like. She could build a man. Like, and I swear to God, she could build a man. And P. Diddy will make this man reality for her. That's what he made Cassie's options a reality by choosing from any man she want from in the planet, in the world. No matter what type of body shape, what type of build he was, I'm telling y'all, it was technical with the technology that P. Diddy used. uh, Kathy, you said her husband Alex was a joke. Yeah. With the this is the thing about it. With the technology that P. Diddy was able to use for Cassie to be able to choose of the many men she could choose from to have sex with, right? And you have to get somebody really like-minded, somebody who's susceptible to that, who really has that type of fantasy. Because Cassie knew from the jump what P. Diddy liked. She knew he liked men, right? And they say P. Diddy, had a Tootsie Roll dick. And it was this is not my own statement. This is not allegedly. P. Diddy had like a pussy. You know how pussy lips sag. I don't mean to get technical or whatever. Excuse my language, y'all. But you know how the pussy lips sag, and you see that little when you spread that was P. Diddy right there. So P. Diddy was so small. P. Diddy was like a hermaphrodite. So P. Diddy, fantasy was, I guess, one of them. That's why he chose the biggest guys. I'm not. I'm just saying this. I don't mean to get the technical with this. I'm just giving y'all a little bit of idea how sick it was, because this wasn't the same case as T.I. Right? T.I. ain't going through the same. T.I.'s case is much worse than this. But nowhere in Diddy's case that he was seen drugging women, right? They was taking drugs, right? Drugs was, being, yeah, of course they was take, but nobody was being drugged. And that's the difference, right? So this how T.I. is way more dangerous. T.I. could be facing the death penalty, y'all. I swear. Some of y'all might think this might go away. Nope. We're talking about drugging somebody. Like, for real. Drugging and then having sex with them. And let me tell y'all something. They want Tiny too. So Tiny is going to do just as much as time as T.I. because they want that Rico, the enterprise. They don't want to make that mistake. Of not just blaming one person. Tiny is part of the blame, and Tiny was graping people too. So T.I. and Tiny is going to go down the same way, and King too. They want King's ass too. They want King, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna hold up with King. I think King, at a young age, they trying to say the King was growth into become a monster, just like T.I. and Tiny, right? So, yeah, this is the new Rico, in which the new Rico charge, in which could be valid, could be if they could prove that they put drugs, or they got some evidence from some toxicology report, or they got some evidence of T.I. and Tiny purchasing some type of drug from a pharmacy that can link them even to one case. Oh yeah, they got a whole RICO charge that they can, tie them to. And even if some of the other, victims have been alleged victims who could test positive of the same drug that T.I. or Tiny or King may have, or somebody in their camp could have purchased, right? They probably could have purchased this, but been seen on surveillance purchasing, then it could tie them to a crime. And even that night, a drug take maybe, you talking about which type of drug, maybe 24 to 48 hours to get out your system. So you got, somebody claiming they've been great in the past 48 hours by T.I. Tiny, but they got this drug in a system that T.I. or Tiny or somebody in that camp may have purchased within the last 24 to 48 hours. See, that's another thing that they could add up with the RICO. They can tie them to the victims, or or make it seem like you know how the prosecution do. But this is to give you a little idea. This is to give y'all a little idea on how this Rico could come about. That can give y'all an idea on in right now is to have a strong prosecution. You know, the prosecution got to be strong this time. It got to be. It got to be strong because P Diddy had a major win, y'all. He had the biggest win. He P Diddy is paving the way, y'all. Now, so if I got anything new for the future for y'all, man, y'all continue to hit the like button. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody in this live. I'm gonna get out of here. If I got anything new, I'm gonna come live for y'all. Happy holidays. Y'all had a great 4th of July. Y'all had fun. I know it's Monday, the Monday after the 4th. Good. Good greetings to your family. I appreciate everybody again for joining the live. I know I got a lot going on right now, but I'm gonna bring some more as this case come along and into more cases. I mean, we got many more cases. We still with the Tyler Perry thing. We got Tyler Perry is battling a lawsuit. What is with all of these African American rappers and entertainers? What is up with that? Getting these all sexual assaults, man. I don't think it's all true. I think it's an attack on black actors. You don't see nobody and nobody other races being attacked like this with a sexual assault. Now something ain't right about this, y'all. Something ain't right. This ain't no coincidence. This is not no coincidence. The black the black entertainment is being attacked. Black entertainment is being attacked with sexual assault. Is being assaulted with sexual assault. Now, why? Why you don't see this in no other cultures, y'all? Why? Can somebody tell me in the comments? Why don't y'all see this in other cultures? Is it attack on a black culture? I'm not saying that it's specifically attack on a black culture. Is it do y'all think that it's attack on black culture? Is it attack on a black culture? Or is this like a coincidence? There's so many black artists and entertainers are sexual assaults being brought forward to it. Is it attack? Or is it a coincidence? What is it? What do y'all think? before I get out of here, I got the super chat going on. I got the super chat. Join the super chat for $1.99. I send y'all a bunch of stuff. Just not $1.99, 99 cents. 99 cents, excuse me. 99 cents a month. Just 99 cents a month. I'll send y'all some t-shirts and a bunch of stuff from Mad Pill, memorabilia. Just an appreciation for you being a part of my subscribing to this. Whoever has a channel, please feel free to share your channel, collaborate, send me videos before I get out of here. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna hold on before I get up out of here. Hold on, y'all stay tuned. Oh yeah. I had to pause for if you just coming up in here, hit that like button. Alright. Donate. If you feel free, y'all, to donate to the Mad Pill, the Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. Donate anything. Donate 2 cents. I don't care. It all go towards. I've been on here for years, and I ain't never let y'all down. So if y'all feel as though if I blessed y'all, if I said anything to even give y'all even more information that y'all had before, just hit that, because that's what I do. I'm a good tipper. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm a good tipper because I know what it is to be in the corporate industry. I know if somebody have given me good service, I'm going to tip them regardless. So it's just good service that I tip out of the kindness of my heart, or regardless of whatever. If somebody playing an instrument on the street, guess what? And I enjoyed it. Of course, I'm gonna throw something in the bucket because you were good. You're good at what you do. You gave service. You made me laugh. You made me dance. You have given me good service. So of course I am going to tip you. So that's what it is. To the bottom of the screen, feel free to tip. Give that tip to that Cash App. And if you feel good about this information and you feel I gave you a laugh or anything, just feel free to leave your boy a tip. The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all vital information too, and how really the court system operates, and really the strategy, because it's a task force. Like ICE, the task to get everybody from the border who's illegally from this country is the same task force. It's to take down rappers, right? It's a rapper takedown from the feds task force. And they got people on their list they want to take out, who they don't want listening, right? They don't want to be heard. It's a task force that they think is a drug, right? That they want to take out. That's on the list, and it's real vital to know that the feds, just like any drug dealer on the street, has it out for certain people that they are going to take down, that they're going to raid their houses. Y'all know in the neighborhood, y'all know houses who Momo on the corner selling drugs for such years. The Fed's been watching them, right? It's the same thing in the industry. They have a list of people who they're going to take out. And they know that they on a list. Like R Kelly and them, and P. Diddy, they knew that the feds was watching them, was tapping their phones. Just like in Goodfellas, y'all watch. They know that their phones being tapped. They know that they being watched, that they under surveillance. So it was all planned. It's all planned by the feds. The feds already know years in advance. They plan and blueprint on how to win in court, how they gonna win. And this, I mean, I'm telling y'all something. This is the most dangerous with T.I, Tiny, and King. Their case is way different. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. I appreciate y'all for joining this live. I'm gonna come with new stuff. I'm coming with new stuff. Y'all might see me hit the notifications because I might come back live today. All right. I might come back live tonight. But again, hit them notifications. Hit the goddamn, hit it right now. Hit the notifications right now. Hit the notifications. Y'all do not want to miss my lives. Y'all don't want to miss me tomorrow. I'm gonna be here all day tomorrow. Y'all don't want to miss me. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining the live. I'm bringing y'all pure entertainment. Again, hit that cash out for that tip. Somebody tip me. But I'm gonna bring y'all some real shit, some real good entertainment, something for y'all to think about, something for y'all to laugh about. Appreciate y'all. Peace.